2 years since the last time we met, and my have things changed. Now when we reconvene, we won't take the little things for granted. Never again will we let the beauty of a snow-covered mountain pass us by. Nor will we ever be more grateful to take flight, both in air and on the course. The training, the effort, the work to get here has never tasted so sweet. As the nation's best once again descend upon this city that is known for both miracles and domination. 42 years ago, we were asked if we believe in miracles. The answer now, as it was then, is a resounding yes. The miracle now is not the victory, but the experience. In a truly one-of-a-kind event, these young people, our next generation, will make memories that will last a lifetime. So let's sit back, let's relax, and let's enjoy what is not only a national championship, but maybe more importantly, a celebration in a natural cathedral that unites us all. This is the place. These are our heroes. And this is the 2022 USCSA National Championships.
T-minus 10, 9, 8.
The clock is operating. We're underway.
And quality base here. Endeavor, go at throttle.
And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to the 2022 USCSA National Championships, live from Whiteface Mountain here in beautiful Lake Placid, New York, as we are set to bring you run number 2 of the women's giant slalom. Hi, everybody. Boss Hogg alongside Elin Olive as we have 103 of the finest collegiate lady racers in the giant slalom set to come down in run number 2. We will take the times from run number 1. We'll add them to this afternoon's run, and that's how we'll determine this year's national champion. Today's race is brought to you by Atomic and by Patagonia. Also, our friends at Swix Wax. And by Saga Outerwear, also from our friends at Snorfolio. What an incredible first run we had here early this morning. You had an opportunity to actually go out and speak to some of the racers during the break. What did they talk about the track, Elin?
Well, it's an absolutely challenging track. A lot of the kind of flatter areas after a steep start, but then it all leads up to that Draper's Drop that you're seeing on your screen right now. And as you can see, another tough set being provided by one of the fine coaches here at USCSA Nationals. Another one straight down the fall line, worthy of a national championship.
Let's take a look at the race conditions here for run number 2, actually. This is not run number 1 information. Run number 2, just a small error there. 29 degrees outside, 10 miles an hour. The wind's out of the west. A rising pressure gauge of 30.08. We started out with a blustery, snowy morning. Clouds all over the place. But, of course, in New England, just wait 5 minutes. The weather will change, and we've got bluebird skies and a great afternoon of ski racing. Sunny, 51 degrees, humidity, a hard-packed, beautiful track here set by our friends here at NICEF. It's Lagasse set the course here for run number 2. 42 gates, 41 direction changes, and of course always a 12 on the Stoke factor. We are in for it's an amazing race as we've got two people 4 100ths of a second apart. Let's take a look at the standings after run number 1. In the 10th spot, Tia Nurmanen from Sierra Nevada, Lauren Abdow from Babson in 9th, Sophia Brustia from Rocky Mountain in 8th. It's Lena Sonley from Castleton in 7th, Margaret Beardsley from Brown University in 6th. Rounding out your top 5 in run number 116, Picard from Sierra Nevada in the 5th slot. Her teammate, Honor Clissold, also from Sierra Nevada in 4th. And your top 3, it's Rocky Mountain's Brigitte Varney. It is Sierra Nevada's Michelle Marat in 2nd. And Hilda Sato, the time to beat from Rocky Mountain College, just 4 100ths ahead of Michelle Marat in today's race. It's anybody's race this afternoon.
It really is, and Hilda Sato has had a crazy good 2022 season. She won the West region title in this event. She actually swept the region titles at the West, looking to do the same thing here at the national championships. But Michelle Marat, she did that exact thing in Jackson in 2019 when we were at Snow King, that beautiful mountain, and that was when she announced herself to the USCSA, came back, didn't quite get the national championships in the next year, but man, she is right where she wants to be. 4 100ths of a second. It is anyone's race, and the podium race, the third place race, that is going to be extremely close as well.
4 100ths of a second between first and second. It's anybody's race this afternoon. But you got to think that Michelle Marat from Sierra Nevada, this is not her first rodeo. She knows exactly what it feels like to have the pressure of leading or being close to the lead after run number 1. And Sato is yet to be seen. However, Sato performed brilliantly in the regional championships this year. So it's not her first big race with pressure, but definitely her first shot down Draper's Drop in a national championship.
And if we know anything about Coach Jerry Wolf, he is all about getting his kids prepared. Again, we talked to him before the first run, asked him if his kids were ready. He said they're going to do what they do. And what they did was absolutely phenomenal. They've got multiple kids in the flip. They are squarely in the middle of that team competition that will be given out tonight as well. So really just everything going well for Rocky Mountain College and Sierra Nevada. The big surprise to me, and I don't know if it's a big surprise, Maggie Beardsley out of Brown coming in 6th. A great finish by her, definitely the top Eastern representative, and she's got a real shot at a podium, definitely an All-American finish.
If you are a fan of USCSA championship racing, then you know Sierra Nevada University and Rocky Mountain College. They have warred it out at these national championships for decades, it seems, and there's no difference this year as we see Rocky Mountain College and SNU taking up the top 5 slots after run number 1. But as you said, anything can happen. That's why we run the 2 races. And of course, let's remember back to Andraj Poglovich, who had an opportunity with a 2.5 lead after run number 1, and only to give it up and lose because he fell, and Paul Reckberger walks away with the victory. Anything can happen here in run number 2 for the ladies.
Absolutely, and anyone who is sitting right there is going out there. They're going to be putting the pedal to the metal, and they are going to be really pushing. This is the national championship, and that's what it's all about.
Sit back, relax, folks. It is time for championship ski racing as our first ski racer is on course. Wearing bib number 94 from Rocky Mountain College, Jessica King. Jessica with the 30th fastest time in the morning session. Of course, that's how we create the order for run number 2. We take the top 30 times from run number 1. We reverse that order. We call that the flip in Alpine racing, and that's the order they'll come down this afternoon. Jessica King now on course through the first split shack, and she is flying through the center part of the course. Momentarily, we'll see her come down on camera.
Jessica is a psychology and biology major. Would love to live in Italy because she loves the food there, and the Alps are a great sight. Here
she is now making the transition. A new set here, but very close to the same type of set we saw in run number 1. 7 gates to go for Jessica King.
And this is a very vital run for Coach Jerry Wolf and the Rocky Mountain College Battling Bears. As soon as she hits the finish, she's going to be communicating what she found out. More on that later.
And a good run here for Jessica King, Rocky Mountain's Jessica King in bib 94, and she'll set the standard here for run number 2 with a 111.29. That's a combined time of 2:21.92. And if no other racer comes down, we have a national champion in Jessica King. Meanwhile, Maggie Sullivan from Syracuse University qualified 29th fastest after the first run. She hits the head wall here on Draper's Drop.
Maggie Sullivan out of St. Albans, Vermont, loves to ski at Burke Mountain, first national championship, and would love to go to pilot school. And she's flying down the mountain. That's pretty appropriate.
Indeed, no doubt about it. A good time for Maggie Sullivan. That's 1:10.82. And that is the fastest time here in the second run, 2:21.24. That'll put Maggie Sullivan in first now ahead of Jessica King. Still the fastest 28 to come from the morning sesh, including Jackie Balch. Jackie Balch, from the University of Connecticut, wearing bib number 32. Now through the transition into the final 9 gates comes Balch.
Balch is one of those girls we talked about in the morning who wants to live in Santa's Village, the North Pole, and she is taking a page out of Blitzen's book as she is flying down the mountain.
She sure is, and letting it all hang out here in the bottom 3 gates as she hits the stripe in a 1:12.03, 2:22.36. That slides her into the 3rd position, so we have a podium. It's Balch, King, and Maggie Sullivan from Syracuse University, your current leader, still the fastest to come, including Corey Ann Delaney from the University of Massachusetts. Amherst's finest. She now has 9 gates to go as she makes her way into Draper's Drop.
Amherst's finest really wants to settle down in Boston eventually, but after she goes to grad school and travels the world.
A little late here in the middle half, and she scrubs some speed. It's tough to regain speed here in this course, but a good run for Corey Ann Delaney. That's a 2:18.64 combined time, and that puts her in the lead. So your new leader now from the University of Massachusetts in Amherst, it's Corey Ann Delaney. Lindsay Crowell now from Hobart Williams Smith in bib 31. She's on course. Now dropping in from St. Joseph's College of Maine, it's Courtney Pingree at the top. But now at Draper's Drop, it's Lindsay Crowell. Crowell now moving quickly with 7 gates to go.
Crowell of top 10 finish in 2020 in the GS and 5th in the Mid-East Regionals GS.
A real fast bottom half here, but she got behind with 3 gates to go. Now she'll have to pick it up. Still a good finish for Lindsay Crowell, and Crowell is going to take the lead with a 2:18.55, the fastest second run of 1:08.87. Lindsay Crowell was flying on that run, Elin.
Yeah, absolutely, and you expect nothing more than someone from Hobart's William Smith.
It's the new ski suit is what it is.
Yep, exactly.
It's faster than the old brown and purple and green and white and yellow speed suit. Courtney Pingree now from St. Joseph's College of Maine through the middle section across the transition. Now she can spot the finish line. 7 gates to go for Courtney Pingree from St. Joseph's College of Maine wearing bib number 20. 25th fastest after the first run today. Let's see what she can do here in the final gate as she reaches for the line in a 2:21.11 combined time. The 5th fastest time of the second run. That puts her in 3rd. So it's Pingree, Delaney, but still Lindsay Crowell from Hobart Williams Smith, your leader. Kendra Winberg now from the University of Minnesota Twin Cities. Winberg now through a windy top half. You can see the wind blowing here at the top of Draper's Drop. It gets a little better as they get on the head wall, but not much here as Winberg is having to fight the elements. And that's the end of Winberg as Winberg loses the left boot's turn. It just slid out from under in an absolute vortex, which is now coming down the mountain. You know that had something to do. She lost her vision. She lost the ski surface, and unfortunately, she lost her chance at a national championship.
It's a very tough situation to be in when the wind kind of hits you like that. Sometimes it hits you so strong that you don't. There's been times where it's hit me, and I don't know which way's downhill, which way's uphill. It just encircles you, and it really creates some problems.
That is a tough break for Kendra Winberg. She had a great run going in bib number 114 from the University of Minnesota in Twin Cities. Back to live action now. Caroline Gray from Hobart Williams Smith. 3 gates to go for Gray wearing bib number 62. She was 23rd fastest after the morning sesh, and she punches a stripe in the fastest time of run number 2. 1:08.70 for Caroline Gray. A combined time of 2:17.92. Your new leader from Hobart Williams Smith College, it's Caroline Gray.
Well, we talked about the new speed suits and how those might be adding some rocket power to the Hobart Williams Smith squad, and so far that does seem to be the case, boss.
Now through the middle section transition. It's Sydney Weaver from Rocky Mountain College in bib 75. She's got the fastest split time in both of the split shacks. She is really flying in this run number 2 as she makes her way into the final 4 gates. Here comes Sydney Weaver.
Weaver out of Park City, Utah, so you know that she's gotten plenty of training, plenty of racing, and it's certainly showing up in the national stage.
What does it look like on the stripe? A new leader, 2:17.49 of 108.92 in run number 2, but still enough to cast Sydney Weaver into the lead. So it's Crowell, Gray, and now Sydney Weaver from Rocky Mountain College, your current leader. Next, we'll see from Lafayette College. Now it's Megan Gills. Megan Gillis wearing bib number 7, 21st fastest after run number 1. Gillis having to scrub some speed in the transition. She lost some time there. She'll have to pick it up here in the final 6 gates. And here comes Megan Gillis from Lafayette College.
Gills 4th place at the Mid-Atlantic GS earlier this year, so one of the top skiers in that conference here at Nationals.
Driving to the finish line in the 5th fastest combined time of the day, 2:18.70. So in 5th, it's Megan Gillis. 4th, Corey Ann Delaney. 3rd, Lindsay Crowell. Caroline Gray in 2nd. But still your leader from Rocky Mountain College, Sydney Weaver. Now from the College of Idaho, Taylor Watkins wearing bib number 15. Through the top half and the center section, a good clean run here for Taylor Watkins. Watkins now through the transition, and down Draper's Drop comes Watkins.
One of Caldwell's finest comes from Bonnie Lake, Washington. Loves to ski at White Pass, and she is definitely showing that the Coyotes are here to compete at Nationals.
Here comes the Yote from the College of Idaho, and she finishes in a 2:19.58 combined time. 6th fastest here for the second run, Taylor Watkins from the College of Idaho. A good 2-run combo for Watkins. She's got to be happy with this performance here in her first GS race. Hannah Petro now from Colgate is on course. Petro was 3rd fastest in the first split shack, but then had some problems all the way back to 7th fastest in the second split shack. She'll need to pile it on here as she comes down the head wall.
Experience in championship racing, silver medal at the 2022 Mid-East Regional GS. Oh, she has a little bit of a problem there. Looked like she caught an edge that kind of jerked her offline.
Don't know if it cost her too much time as she finishes 3rd fastest here in the combined time of 2:18.30. So a good 2-run combo for Colgate University's Hannah Petro. That slides her into the 3rd position. So wild and crazy mix-ups here. It's Delaney in 5th, Crowell in 4th, Petro in 3rd, Caroline Gray in 2nd, but still Sydney Weaver from Rocky Mountain, your leader. Anna McDermott has something to say about that from UMass, though. From Amherst, wearing bib 14th, 18th fastest after the morning sesh. Here comes Anna McDermott.
Coming to us from Wilmington, Delaware, and one of the East finest coming from UMass. And, man, she's got a great tuck as she gets ready to come through the line.
Anna McDermott now driving across into the finish corral with a combined time of 2:19.62. That's good enough for 8th place here overall for Anna McDermott and UMass. Mir Ishimaru now from St. Olaf. St. Olaf with the Alpine team, always bringing the big Nordic skiers in every year, but this year the Alpine team is back for action, led by Mir Ishimaru from St. Olaf. Now across the transition into Draper's Drop. She had to scrape some speed there. It gets steep and nasty as this course is challenging here in the final 4 gates. Here comes Mir Ishimaru.
Another one of our international athletes. Hometown is Hokkaido, as she says she would love to live in South Africa.
What a great 2-run combo. 3rd fastest, 2:18.04. And so sliding into the 3rd spot from St. Olaf, it's Murray Shamaru. Caroline Gray still in 2nd, and Sydney Weaver your leader. But here comes Emily Alkier from Babson College wearing bib 66. 16th fastest after run number 1, making the transition into the drop.
Joe Hardy has put together one of the strongest programs in the East at Babson. Alkier comes to us from Canada, loves to ski at Georgian Peaks, and you love the line that she's putting together as she heads down towards the finish.
2 gates to go for Alkier as she stretches for the stripe. And she takes the lead to 15.55. Your number 1 combined time of the day. The first and fastest time in run number 2 belongs to Emily Alkier. Emily with a 108.27. She is your new leader. So it's Petro, Ishimaru, Gray, Weaver, and now Emily Alkier from Babson College leading this ladies giant slalom national championship. But Ashley Winberg, She's on course wearing bib 26. She might have something to say about it.
Gold medalist at the 2022 Midwest Regionals, so she's definitely has the experience to go out and get on the podium.
CSS's Ashley Winberg now reaching for the stripe, and Winberg taking the lead again. 2:14.73 is the combined time for Ashley Winberg, your new leader here in the women's giant slalom. Caroline Higher from Babson wearing bib number 44. 14th fastest after the morning session, now making her way through the middle section. A good top half for Higher. Higher, 6th fastest at the second split shack. Now making her way into the transition into the lower third. 8 gates to go. Here comes Caroline Higher.
Higher, along with Sydney Weaver, comes from Park City, Utah. So again, great skiing, great programs over there. So she is a very talented skier, ready to bring her talents to nationals.
Higher has got good form and good speed here in the bottom half. 3rd fastest now is Caroline Higher in a combined time of 2:16.57. That'll slide Weaver down a slot. So your top 3, it's Babson's Caroline Higher, her teammate Emily Alkier, and still CSS's Ashley Winberg in the lead. Fast and furious action here in the second run for the ladies as Lydia Kelleher from UConn on course in wearing bib number 21. She was 13th fastest after the first session. 8 gates to go. Can she make the lead? Let's find out as she makes her way down the drop.
Remember, boss, Jeff Lagasse, the coach of UConn, set this course set, so this is something that Lydia is probably very, very familiar with.
And now she reaches the stripe. And the 3rd fastest combined time, 2:16.35. That'll slide Caroline Higher down a slot. So now your top 3, it's Kelleher, Alkier, and still Ashley Winberg from CSS, your leader. But the fastest 12 to come, including Northern Minnesota University's Ainsley Kirk. Ainsley Kirk wearing bib number 19. 12th fastest after the morning session with a 1:06.53. Making her way now through the transition. She had a clean center section. 8 gates to go. She can see the bottom of the hill. The legs start to burn as they drive towards the finish line. Here comes Ainsley Kirk.
Kirk is silver medalist at the 2022 Midwest Regional. Oh, caught up a little bit there, but she got it back together well.
Here comes Ainsley Kirk across the line with the 5th fastest combined time of the day, 2:17.02. So a top 5 position now for Ainsley Kirk. Still the 11th fastest racers to come, including Castleton University's Caroline Rettenberger. And guess who's in the lead, ladies and gentlemen? First, after the second intermediate split check, it's Caroline Rettenberger flying down this course.
5th in 2019 at Nationals, 8th in 2020, a consistent top 10 skier who is looking to climb up the scoreboard.
Caroline Rettenbacher from Castleton can smell a podium here. 3 gates to go. She is driving towards the finish line. Will it be enough? Yes! 2:14.09. The fastest combined time of the day belongs to Castleton University's Caroline Rettenberger, your new leader. So another shakeup in the top 5. It's Higher, Kelleher, Alkier, Winberg, but now Caroline Rettenberger from Castleton, your new leader. Still the fastest 10 to come, including Sierra Nevada University's Tia Nurminen. Nurminen wearing bib number 90, 10th fastest after the morning sesh. She can spot the finish line. 8 gates to go for Nurminen.
Nurminen was one of the first out on the day and was absolutely flying through the course, really kind of set the bar that the rest of these girls followed, and she's doing a great job doing that again.
Here comes Tia Nurminen as she hits the stripe, and your new leader with a combined time of 2:13.29 from Sierra Nevada University. It's Tia Nurminen. Wow, what incredible action here in run number 2 of this ladies championship GS. It's Alkier, Winberg, Rettenbacher, Nurminen, your top 4. But Lauren Abdow from Babson, she has a different idea as to who's going to win this race as she makes her way through the transition into the lower third.
Abdow has competed in 2 national championships. She's the gold medalist at the East Regional in this event, so she knows how to get out there. She knows how to pour the speed on and come in clutch situations.
Grabs the tuck with 3 gates to go and across the stripe in second fastest time of the day. 2:13.86 is the combined time, so it slides Rettenbacher down. Check that. We're going to check that one more time. 2:13.86. Yes, it puts her in second place behind Nurminen. So it's Rettenbacher, Abdow, and still Tia Nurminen from Sierra Nevada, your leader. Now Sophia Brustia from Rocky Mountain College, wearing bib 58, and she had to throw some speed at the top of the drop. Elin, you got to really work hard to recover that speed if you scrape it where she did. We'll see if she can.
And the top skiers are going to be at full speed coming over that drop, so scrubbing some speed there is not what you want to do if you are Sophia.
Only good enough for second fastest here in the combined, 2:13.61. For Sophia Brustia, and as you can see, the 10th fastest time here in run number 2 still moves her into second place. So your top 3, it's Abdal, Brustia, and Tia Nerman in your leader. But here comes Lena Sonley from Castleton wearing bib number 16, 7th fastest after the morning session. 8 gates to go for Sonley.
Again, another one of those great Eastern skiers. Castleton with Chris Etter is absolutely rocking here at the Nationals, and they've got designs on a podium as a team.
Lena Sonley across the stripe, your new leader, and the fastest second run time of the day. She was flying down the hill, a 107.21, combined with her first run time, a 2:11.67, and now atop the leaderboard, it's Castleton's Lena Sonley. So Sonley with a rocket ride here in run number 2. Margaret Beardsley now, wearing bib number 23. We talked about her earlier in the broadcast from Brown University. Great to see the Brownies back in action at USCSA National Championships. And now she's wild ride down the head wall. She was able to collect herself, though. Still carrying good speed. Here comes Margaret Beardsley.
Beardsley 5th place at the Eastern Regional, so the fact that she's looking at a top 10 at Nationals, that is a great performance for her.
What a hang-on ride down Draper's Drop did Margaret Beardsley. She was wide and late and behind and still saved it. Good enough for second combined time of 2:12.45. So your top 3, it's Nerman and Beardsley. Still Lena Sonley in the lead from Castleton. But 16 Picard, she wants to get a piece of the action. Wearing bib 56 from Sierra Nevada University. Skiing 5th fastest in run number 1. Here comes 16 Picard. Picard now, she should be coming into our view as she makes her way into the first intermediate shack in the lead. 16 Picard is throwing down a run high atop this mountain. Now she'll make her way out of the top third into the center section as she'll come into our camera view momentarily. 16 Picard knows about national championships. She only won them back-to-back 2 years ago.
Yeah, absolutely. Sweeping both the GS and the slalom. 16 Picard, though. Man, look at the splits there. 23.6, 42.21. Coach Jerry Wolf has got to be smiling about that.
Here comes 16 Picard, Sierra Nevada University's champion and rocket rider, now making her way with the final 4 gates to go. She was in the lead at the second split shack. Will she be able to hold on and take the lead? Yes! She is your new leader with a combined time of 2:11.53. It's 16 Picard from Sierra Nevada University, your new leader here in the ladies GS.
And now the battle really begins. 16 Picard has thrown down the bar that everybody else is going to have to compete with. But remember, only 0.04 of a second separate our top 2 qualifiers in run number 1. That, of course, being Hilda Sato and Michelle Marat. Both of those 2 all-stars. One of them a past national champion, the other one making their first appearance here at Nationals. It's going to be an exciting battle that we always seem to get. We always seem to get that battle between the established champion and the newcomer.
Sistine Picard, her teammate now on course. That's Honor Clissold. Clissold is number 1 in the first split shack, number 1 in the second split shack. She is flying down the hill as she makes her way through the transition. 9 gates to go. She can spot the finish line, letting it just all hang out. This is pure speed. Here comes Honor Clissold.
Remember, Clissold came out number 4 at the start in run number 1. A little bit different of a track now, but she's handling it well.
Good speed for Clissold, and she takes the lead in the fastest second run of the day. 1:05.96 for Honor Clissold from Sierra Nevada University. A 2:10.05 combined time. Your new leader from SNU, it's Honor Clissold.
That's not just the fastest second run of the day. It's fastest by about a second and a half.
Unbelievable speed. You could just see almost out of control. Just a wild ride down the head wall. An incredible performance here for Honor Clissold from Sierra Nevada University in her first national championships. So, our top 5 now. It's Tia Nermanen from SNU in 5th. Margaret Beardsley from Brown in 4th. Lena Sonley from Castleton in 3rd. 16 Picard from SNU in 2nd. And your new leader from Sierra Nevada, it's Honor Clissold. Still, the fastest 3 to come. And we're waiting on Brigitte Varn. Varn from Rocky Mountain College, the third fastest racer in run number 1 with a 1:03.74. They're holding Varney at the top. Varney is still in the start shack, so the course is clear. She'll have a wide open course. She's going to need to lay down the speed because Clissold just laid down the gauntlet.
Absolutely, a 1:05.96, easily the fastest run we've seen in the second run today. And now you look at Brigitte Varn coming out of Norway, another one of those international athletes. We have, it may be a national championship, but this truly is an international competition. 16 Picard out of France. Slovenia is Michelle Marat. Just all over the place, people come to the USCSA to compete.
Here is Brigitte Varney from Rocky Mountain College, the Battle and Bear from Billings. Jerry Wolf always bringing the heat in the ladies division. No difference here this year. She is 10th fastest after the split shack. Something happened to Brigitte Varney high atop this trail. She should not be in the 10th position right there. Let's see what she can do in the second split shack as she's 41 seconds into the race already, wearing bib number 33, and no difference, still in the 10th fastest time slot. So real problems for Brigitte Varney. A tough run here in run number 2 from the Battle and Bear from Billings as she makes her way down the head wall. 6 gates to go for Varney.
Varney's just got to maintain her composure, keep it together, try to get to that finish and hope for the best at this point.
And Varney now reaching for the final 2 gates into the finish corral, and it's going to be the 4th fastest combined time of the day. 2:11.97, the 8th fastest second run. So that top half for Brigitte Varney. Elin was the killer for Varney. She had a great first run here, but it looked like the trouble high atop the hill was all it took to make it difficult to recover, as we've said all day. Once you lose the speed on this course, it is really tough to find it someplace else.
And that means that Hunter Clissold will be on the podium tonight as she currently sits first with only 2 more left.
That's a tough break for Varney. She was strong as new bridge cables in run number 1 here earlier this morning, but we're going to see her again on Thursday as she'll be back for action in the ladies slalom. There is lots of life left in Brigitte Varney, I can assure you. Meanwhile, the top 2 racers from run number 1 still to come down the hill, and it's going to be Michelle Marat from Sierra Nevada University. Marat has been around. This is her senior year. She knows exactly what to do. She is not a newbie. She knows how to handle the pressure. She has been in this situation before, and Marat knows how to win a national championship.
Absolutely, and even when she was a newbie, that's when she came out and won the national championships. So nothing rattles this girl. Definitely one of my all-time favorite skiers to watch, and she has just been impressive for the last 4 years now. Shame we've only got to see her in 3 national championships.
I'll tell you something else. If you ever thought that tall skiers could not be successful in giant slalom and slalom racing, think again. Michelle Marat, almost at 6 foot tall, and one of the tallest lady skiers we have, and she is fantastic, lightning fast, as she is now on course. Sierra Nevada University's Michelle Marat, and she is the fastest at the first intermediate split, wearing bib number 35. Marat wants to finish her senior year and career at Sierra Nevada University with a national championship, as she'll now make her way into the center section. Here comes Michelle Marat now. Marat waiting on the second intermediate time. Good speed here through the center section as we watch her make herself into the transition. And over the head wall comes Michelle Marat. She had a rough center section, only 3rd fastest at the split. She'll need to pour it on. 6 gates to go for Michelle Marat.
Remember, only 4/100ths of a second separating her and Hilda Sato. This is going to be very close.
Here comes Michelle Marat, and Marat across the stripe, and she does. She takes the lead. Michelle Marat with the 2nd fastest time in the second run, a combined effort of 2:08.62. Your new leader in her senior year from Sierra Nevada University, it's Michelle Marat. An impressive combination, and she laid it down here in her last GS run for Sierra Nevada University. What an incredible performance. And now the fastest racer of the morning session is on course. From Rocky Mountain College, it's Hilda Sato, and Sato's had trouble high. She's only 3rd fastest in the split shack. Is Marat going to pull out a miraculous victory here? We're waiting to see as Hilda Sato from Rocky Mountain College now moving into the center section.
4/100, so she's got to hit at 106.45. 5 in order to win the national championship.
It's Brigitte Varney in 5th. It's Lena Sonley in 4th. Picard in 3rd. Honor Crissold in 2nd. And Michelle Marat is your leader. But here comes the fastest down the head wall. 8 gates to go. Can she win a national championship in her inaugural performance at the USCSA National Championships? 3 gates to go for Hilda.
And a star is born in the USCSA.
What an incredible performance. The fastest second run. 105.82 from Hilda Sato. You know, when you are the fastest racer in run number 1 and the fastest racer in run number 2, 9 out of 10 times you win that race. And sure enough today, Hilda Sato from Rocky Mountain College, victorious in her inaugural performance. And as you said, and well put, my friend, a star is born in the USCSA.
And it happens every year. There's always a newcomer that comes up and is saying, not only am I going to battle for a podium, I'm battling for a national championship. We've seen it. Sana Ohunen, Michelle Marat, and now Hilda Sato from Rocky Mountain College.
What you're seeing here, ladies and gentlemen, the finish corral is exactly what these two teams have done for decades. They wore it out on the ski hill. They don't leave anything to be decided on the ski hill. It's 100% effort, and at the bottom, once it's all over, it's nothing but love, admiration, and mutual respect. And that is the USCSA in a nutshell right there. Congratulations. It all belongs to Hilda Sato today from Rocky Mountain College with a 2:08 flat, your new 2022 USCSA Ladies Giant Slalom National Champion. Let's give her a big round of applause. And it is all for Hilda Sato today at Whiteface Mountain in Lake Placid. Boy, what an exciting ski race. How fantastic is that, Elin? You have got to know we are going to see a lot more from Hilda Sato.
Only 0.6 of a second is the final, I guess you could say, margin of victory for Hilda Sato. I'm looking very much forward to Thursday. I think Michelle Marat and Hilda Sato are going to go head-to-head, toe-to-toe one more time at least in the slalom on Thursday.
You will want to tune in to the USCSA Broadcast Network as we will bring you live coverage of the ladies slalom coming up here on Thursday. First run coverage will begin at 9:30 a.m. on the Broadcast Network, and then around 1 p.m. in the afternoon, we'll bring you coverage of run number 2. Congratulations to Hilda Sato, our national champion here in the ladies GS, as we'll get back to live ski racing as the rest of the competitors will come down for run number 2. But that is the flip, and that unofficially is our winner here today. Let's go over our top 5. Lena Sonley in the 5th position from Castleton. Sierra Nevada University in 4th. That's 16 per card. Honor Clissold, her teammate, also from Sierra Nevada in 3rd. Michelle Marat from Sierra Nevada in 2nd. Clearly, the Sierra Nevada University will be winning the team championship here in the ladies giant slalom. But they will not win the individual title because Hilda Sato said, you know what, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to take care of business. And Jerry Wolf has got to be nothing but proud of Hilda Sato today.
You know, historically, when you perform well at the Western Regionals, you perform well at Nationals, and that's exactly what just happened. Hilda Sato doing what we've seen time and time again in the USCSA, dominate the West, come here, take home the gold.
Incredible run. The day belongs to Hilda Sato from Rocky Mountain College as we get back underway now with ski racing. Amy Farley wearing bib 57 from the College of Idaho. She's on course.
Farley, a exercise science major out of Waitsburg, Washington, loves to ski at Bogus Basin, first national championship, and would love to live in Montana. She would be known on TikTok for for posting inspirational videos of her dog skiing and showing reining horses.
All right. I have not joined the TikTok revolution yet.
No, me neither.
Well, I'm going to, though.
Oh, you are?
I want to be a TikTok star.
Wait. So you're going to go on and do the dance?
Yeah, I'm going to dance. They're 8-second videos, right? It's like the reels, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Back to live action as I download the TikTok application into my phone right now. It's Amy Farley from the College of Idaho at bib number 57. Farley now across the line. A good second run for her. 112.73 at 223.71 for Caroline Johnson. Claire O'Brien, check that. That's Amy Farley. Amy Farley with a good two-run combo here. 223.71 skiing for the Yotes out of Caldwell. Now Caroline Johnson from Babson wearing bib number 96, making her way into Draper's Drop.
You know, boss, if your aspiration is to become a TikTok star, talk to Caroline. She would be known for TikTok dances.
Well,
well,
I mean, that's what you do, right? Like you dance?
I think it's a bunch of different things.
I see. Across the line is Caroline Johnson. She's focused on one thing, and it's not TikTok. It's finishing this race, and she did. A good two-run combo, 223.07 for Babson's Caroline Johnson. So a good first giant slalom race here for Caroline. She'll be back again on Thursday for the slalom. Meanwhile, here's Claire O'Brien from UMass.
Claire wants to work in sports psychology and travel as many places and ski as much as she can. She would like, if she could invite a famous person past or present, she would invite Johnny Depp, and she comes to us from Essex, Massachusetts. Claire O'Brien hits the line with a second time of 114.41. That's good enough for 32nd place with a 225.96. On the course now, Ashley Lacrosse out of Castleton. 34th fastest in the morning session, and she's already picked up a spot, sitting at 33rd after the second split shot. As she comes down Draper's Drop right now, this is Ashley Lacrosse out of Castleton, one of Chris Ader's crew, as she heads down with 3 gates to go. Ashley Lacrosse hits the line with a time of, how about a 1:13.42, gives her a total time of 2:25.05. That is good enough for 32nd place, as Faith Reichert from Messiah University on the course, 35th fastest at the split shack, so right where she was in the morning session, coming over the top of the drop. First showing at the USCSA Nationals for Messiah University, to my short memory, as she comes down and is looking very good. Nice line and good form, using the skis to do most of the work. Gets in the tuck and crosses the line with a second round time of 1:18.16. That gives her a total of 229.81.
Sasha Mueller now from the College of Idaho, wearing bib number 39. 36 fastest after the morning sesh, as some of the course workers now scrape off some of the ruts that are developing. It's warming up a little bit, although still a beautiful track out there. As you can see, nothing really has affected these racers as far as snow conditions are concerned. It is a little softer, a little warmer here this afternoon. The sun is out, but still a firm track, almost boilerplate here in the race area, no doubt about it. Sasha Mueller, the Yote from Caldwell, across in a 225.87, 33rd fastest for the combo. A good first USCSA National Championship for Sasha Mueller from the College of Idaho. And the Yotes always well represented here. Ron Bonneau retiring last year from the College of Idaho, the historic and famed coach. Coached for, gosh, it had to have been 30 years over there, and I don't know if there's ever been another ski coach at the College of Idaho, but there is now. And, of course, Ron's still here, always a part of USCSA. He loves this place, and he's here as a spectator this year. I'm sure he's doing a little more than spectating as well. But great to see the Yotes having a great meet here so far. And across the line, that's Taylor Hubert, ladies and gentlemen, from Clarkson University. Arms high in the air. She has got to be happy with a great two-run performance, 225.81. 33rd fastest here for the ladies GS in run number 1 and 2 combined. So a good first start here on Tuesday for Taylor Hubert. We'll see her back on Thursday for the ladies slalom. Here comes Erica Debley from Cornell University.
Comes to us from Seattle, Washington, a double major. First in chemistry and second in biological sciences. And what she wants to do is fall in love with a mad scientist or possibly become one.
You know, the mad scientist thing is a good thing. I like that. I do. The mad scientist is a good thing. I mean, it could be like a happy scientist, which would not be near as fun as a mad scientist. There's no doubt about that. Good job, Erica Devley. Cornell University's Erica Devley with a combined time of 225.45. Ella Weichert now from Northern Michigan University. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe Northern Michigan University is in the Upper Peninsula. Is that correct? We're going to have to find that out. Because if it is, that means that we don't even understand cold. Like, we don't know what cold is until you've been to Northern Michigan University.
She's probably just sitting in the start box now.
Yeah.
T-shirt.
She's got her shoes off.
Yeah.
That's right. Here comes Ella Weichert. Bib number 50 now has dropped in from the start shack. She's just getting started. Colorado State University's Hannah Hubbard will be next. Then we'll see Kate Young, Maria Cavallaro, Shannon Keelis, and Eliza Hodgkins. Ava Day, Michaela Eichel, and Sheridan Westfall, along with Madeline Zorden, Sophie Brown, and Zoe Hancock, your next 10.
Ella Weichert is a nursing major. Loves to ski at Marquette Mountain. This is her first national championship. So if you can get a finish here at your first national championship, that is a great accomplishment.
Absolutely. You know, it is anything besides the DNF, really. And it's tough. It's tough to make these two runs back-to-back. The pressure's on. Everybody's watching. It's the biggest race of the year. And typically the mountain, the course, and the set is as hard as they have experienced throughout the entire year. In fact, earlier today, we lost, 36 racers? Did we have 138 to begin with? Earlier today, we shot off 138 racers, and we were left with 106 racers. So we lost, 32 racers out of the first run. That's probably 25% of the field. And you may say, well, wow, how did you lose 25% of the field? Isn't that a lot? Yeah, well, it's really not, because that's how hard it is at the national championships. That's what this track is. That's what this mountain is. And that's the type of challenge that we see every year in the first week of March when we gather for these national championships. Meanwhile, back to live ski racing. Hannah Hubbard from Colorado State University. Now into the final 6 gates. Down the drop comes Hubbard. She'll be followed by Katie Young. Young from St. Olaf, now on course. 3 gates to go here. And Hannah Hubbard from Colorado State University successfully into the finish corral with a combined time of 2:27.56. 37th fastest, a great 2-run combo, and Hannah Hubbard from Colorado State University, she has successfully completed this 2 runs in this national championship for the ladies GS. Kate Young now, St. Olaf's. Kate Young wearing bib number 13, lucky 13, makes her way out of the transition at the top of the drop, and now 7 gates to go. Here comes Kate Young. She'll be followed by Maria Cavallaro.
Kate Young, first national championship for her, but being on a stacked St. Olaf College team, she is definitely going to be back. Comes to us from Apple Valley.
And a good run here from Katie Young. Kate Young with a combined time of 2:32.39. That's good enough for 40th place. Great to see St. Olaf here in the Alpine division. They bring the heat in the men's and women's cross-country competition every single year, and it's really nice to see their Alpine team having great success. Meanwhile, Maria Cavallaro has skied off. Oh, she made it into the top of the drop.
Looks like she lost a ski boss.
She did. She lost a ski, and that's the end. You can't lose a piece of equipment in ski racing, and she has, and that's going to be the end of the day. That's a tough break, as she had a good second run going. But you live and you learn, don't you, Elin? That's what happens here, folks. You find out what works and what doesn't, and I bet she'll tighten that den down just a little bit tighter the next time around. We'll see her again here on Thursday for the ladies slalom. Clarkson's Shannon Keelis in bib number 123 now, making her way down into the final 8 gates, down Draper's Drop. She'll be followed by Eliza Hodgkins.
Coached by Nick Lacasse, is a civil environmental engineering major. She wants to go hiking, biking, or camping in the woods with friends after the national championships.
Across the finish line, it's Shannon Keelis from Clarkson. 2:29.65 is the combined time. 39th fastest here for the ladies GS. Eliza Hodgkins now from Cornell University on course, making her way through the center section. She'll be at the drop momentarily. She'll be followed by her teammate, Ava Day. Ava now in the center section. Meanwhile, 8 gates to go for Eliza Hodgkins.
Another Park City skier. She wants to live anywhere in Utah, and she is going to be helping her friend Ava out after she makes chicken noodle soup after the race today.
And a good finish here for Eliza Hodgkins. Combined time of 2:26.79. That's 37th fastest. As we take a look here at the corral, lots of people now gathered. Well, we were going to do that, but it's a little bent, a little sideways there. Meanwhile, back to live ski racing. At the top of the drop, it is Ava Day from Cornell University. 115 is her bib number. And a good final 6 gates as she stares down that steep part of the head wall. Flying around here, making it all hang out. I love it.
I was going to say, she was on a wild ride.
That's a wild ride, man. When you jump that stuff, you know. She had no problem. She goes, that's how I ski, boss. I ski. I'm like a wild ride every time I ski.
And she's from Lake Placid, knows this mountain like the back of her hand.
Because she is.
Yeah.
She does. That's why she skis that way, because she ain't scared. She ain't scared of it, that's for sure. Good run for Ava Day from Cornell, hometown favorite here at Lake Placid. Now it's Michaela Eichel from Cornell. So all the Cornell ladies all together here. You think they planned that? You think they planned to finish like the times that were exactly the same?
They're going to look very good in the team competition, just kind of stacked like
Absolutely they are. Michaela Eichel from Cornell across the line in a combined time of 2:28.95. So a good team effort from Cornell. Great to see them here in the USCSA National Championship Alpines again. Sheridan Westfall from St. Olaf now on track. She'll be followed by St. Joseph's College of Maine. That's Madeline Zordan in bib number 34, but at the top of the wall, it is Sheridan Westfall.
Sheridan is a biology major, comes to us from Wausau, Wisconsin, loves to ski at Granite Peak. If she could live anywhere, it would be out in the Midwest somewhere with more, or out of the Midwest rather, somewhere with more mountains. And she would invite Freddie Mercury to dinner if she had the chance.
Wow. It's a good finish for Westfall. Westfall with a combined time of 2:31.71. That's 44th fastest for the day for the ladies' GS. Madeline Zordan now from St. Joe's College of Maine, wearing bib number 34. She was 48th fastest after the morning session with a 1:13.11. And moving up a little bit, 45th fastest at the split shack. Now 6 gates to go for Zordan.
Zordan wants to go to Slovakia someday. She comes to us from New Hartford, Connecticut. And what famous person she would like to invite to dinner? Well, she's kind of skiing like her, Petra Volhova.
Yes, indeed. And a great run for Zordan, 2:29.80. Combined time, 43rd fastest here for the ladies in Zordan's first USCSA National Championship. Congratulations to her. That's a good 2-run combo. She'll be back on Thursday for the ladies slalom. Meanwhile, Sophie Brown from Colgate wearing bib number 92. She can see the finish line. 7 gates to go for Brown.
Coached by Todd Enders, is an economics major out of Pittsburgh, New York. First national championship for the Colgate skier, Sophie Brown.
And across the stripe in a 2:29.69. Combined time for Sophie Brown. And a good 2-run combo for Brown and Colgate University. Now TCC's Zoe Hancock in bib number 112. Hancock through the center section. No problems in the top half for Zoe. And Zoe making her way now down the head wall. Still good track conditions. Don't see a lot of rutting. Maybe down here in the final 3 or 4 gates there might be some issues, but that's nothing to worry about. This is a really firm course. Done a great job of keeping this thing together. And a great second run for Zoe Hancock. 2:30.96 in combined time, 46th fastest for Zoe from TCC. Alexandra Davis from Colgate wearing bib 73. She was 51st fastest after the morning session, as you see her now making her way through that transition and then just drops right off the hill. You can see as the skiers then come down the head wall. They save the best for last here at Lake Placid on Draper's Drop. Certainly the steepest, and when the legs are the most tired, that's when they count the most here in the final 5.
Nice recovery by Alexander. Got a little bit behind there on that penultimate gate, but brings it back in. Nice job.
2:28.76 is the combined time for Alexandra Davis from Colgate. 41st fastest for the ladies GS here. We'll see Emily Creek now from Northern Michigan University. It is not warm at Northern Michigan University. They have to wear heavy jackets at graduation. You know it's still cold up there in June, right?
Yeah.
Like it's still freezing up there.
Well, neither is Longmont, Colorado. That's not a warm place
No,
either.
it's a pretty cold place,
and that is where Emily comes to us. Loves to ski at Winter Park.
She's used to it.
Very.
Here comes Emily Creek from Northern Michigan University. And a good two-run combo for Emily, 2:30.78. Abby Horning now. She'll be followed by Hannah Burns and Nell Solomon. But Abby Horning, she is from the University of Connecticut. The Huskies, always well represented here at USCSA National Championships. Great Alpine programs. And it's nice to see them back here this year with Abby Horning leading the charge.
Jeff Lagasse was the course setter today in this second run. He's the coach of UConn, and Abby Horning is a computer science and engineering major.
Good duck for the finish line. It's Abby Horning safely in the corral. 2:29.58 is the combined time for Abby. That's 43rd fastest for the ladies here in the GS. Great to see Abby sling two together. She'll be back on Thursday for the ladies slalom. We hope you will too. Elin Olive and Boss Hogg will bring it to you live here from the 1980 Olympic Timing Building. And although it is still the original building, they have done major renovations inside. But we did actually broadcast here a few years ago before those renovations, and it was the 1980 building. There's no doubt about that. Meanwhile, Hannah Burns from the University of Minnesota Twin Cities across in 2:32.04, 51st fastest here for the ladies. And she is rocking the speed suit. That is a very one-of-a-kind, unique speed suit. I got to think for the speed suits, right? Like, so if they're artistic, well, no, it's because there's just the regular speed suit, right? And everybody's got the regular speed suit. And then there are people who have the irregular speed suit, all right? And Hobart William Smith College, of course, was the founder of the irregular speed suit. Now, they have changed that, and I must say that it is an improvement. But I miss the old speed suit. We'll talk more about that after we talk about Nell Solomon. Northeastern University's Nell Solomon now safely into the finish corral. She strings two good runs together. 2:32.78 is her combined time, and a good GS performance here for Northeastern's Nell Solomon. Here's Acadia Johansson-Gourdet from Whitman College. She has 14 letters in her last name, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm able to pronounce it without any error. Did you like that?
I loved
you
that.
didn't even try it.
I had no idea.
You didn't even try it, and Boss just ripped it.
We got to mention this on Acadia did say if she was a TikTok celebrity, she said, I am one. Follow me at national_rainforest.
There she is. She is already TikTok famous. That is Acadia Johansson-Gourdet with a two-run combo, 2:30.87, and a good national championship GS for Acadia. Now it's Hannah Gray from Northeastern University. She'll be followed by her teammate Ella Weiser. And here come down the head wall is Hannah Gray. Hannah was 57th fastest earlier in the morning session. Let's see if she can make some up as she tucks and grabs the line. And does. Makes up 6 positions to 51st fastest with a combined time of 2:31.09. That's Northeastern University's Hannah Gray. Ella Weiser from Northeastern in bib 59 now. She makes her way through the center section down into the lower third. It's a good transition for Ella. Has good speed here on the top of the head wall. Let's see if she can hold on to it. Gets a little scrapey on those first 2 gates, but once you get past those 2 gates, if you set the line and your timing's right, it's a pretty fast speed shot into the finish corral, and no problems for Ella Weiser with a 2:31.39 combined time. And Ella is very happy with that. She's very content with her performance. She's going to be celebrating tonight, I know that, getting ready for Thursday's big slalom. Ella will be wiser on Thursday. I know that because she's had a chance to take a look at this thing. Of course, we'll run the slalom right down the same course, just a little bit shorter than the GS. But right down the head wall, they'll come for the ladies' slalom. So we'll be back here on Thursday. We hope you'll join us on the USCSA Broadcast Network. Meanwhile, here's Natalia DeRogi from Columbia University. And DeRogi now hitting the stripe in a combined time of 2:35.18 for Natalia DeRogi.
Natalia, an experienced national championship competitor. That is her. This is her fourth.
Is it her fourth?
Well, it depends on how they count it, but she said she's competed in 3, so I don't know if she's counting this one.
No, I think this is her fourth one, and that means it's probably her senior year as well. So congratulations to her. Natalia DeRogi in her senior year from Columbia University. That might be her last GS race for USCSA. Always great to see her put two together. 2:35.18 for Natalia. Hannah Epstein from Cornell University. Now she is across the stripe safely into the corral. 2:34.54 combined time for Hannah. Racing for Cornell. And here in the center section on your screen, it's Elizabeth Gamariello. That's Gamariello from the University of California at Berkeley. How about that? UC Berkeley bringing the ladies Alpine team to the race this year.
Yeah, and she's not the only one. So UC Berkeley, I was going to say in the first round, I don't recall Berkeley having an Alpine team here in the past.
They have brought snowboard and free ski athletes, but not an Alpine team. And with 3 gates to go, look what happens as we're sitting here talking. And that is a tough break right there. Hannah Epstein got across. We're checking. That's Elizabeth Gamariello. And Gamariello with 3 gates to go slips out a ski, and she does not finish. That's a tough break, but a great 2-run effort here for Gamariello, and we'll see her back here on Thursday. She'll have a second chance for redemption in the ladies' slalom. Bryn Rowell from Northern Michigan University across in 2:34.81. As our course workers will slip some of these excess snow areas. That is, of course, the Dales of Norway in their dusters. They are twins, even though they are not the same size. People don't know how that happened. They're not sure either. But we can't do a race without them, that's for sure. Always great to have the USCSA volunteers in tow here every single year for the national championships. Over 100 volunteers. They take off from their jobs. They take sabbaticals. Nobody gets paid. They all make their way to wherever we're throwing this big party because they love to be a part of it just as much as the athletes do it. You know, Elin, that's exactly what this league is all about. It's about everybody coming together to participate and celebrate athleticism, I think, at its best. Because we have kids that are working as hard as they can to do the best they can. They're working for their teammates so they can have team performances, but most importantly, they really are establishing memories that last a lifetime in ski racing. And I feel blessed and honored to always be a part of being inside the ropes in that kind of space, because you just know that it's once in a lifetime kind of stuff happening in front of your eyes.
Well, speaking of memories that last a lifetime, look at the opening ceremonies yesterday night and some of the cool things they got to do there. They got to go on the luge start track and ride some luge. How many people are going to be able to go back to school and say, what'd you do over the last week? Oh, I rode a luge out of a start house. No big deal.
That's so true. We've got a course hold here. It gives us a chance to run down the it looks like Abigail Carone has come. She was our next racer. It was. Abigail Carone was coming down, and she is not coming down any longer. It looks like she had a tough time up at the top of the hill, and so that's going to be the end of the day for Abigail.
One thing that Abigail said, what famous person, past or present, she would invite to dinner. She said, Whitman captain, Acadia Johansson Gourdet.
Wow, you did it. You wanted to do it, didn't you?
I totally wanted to do it.
You had practiced it in your mind before you let it out, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's what you learned the last couple of years, you see. Just don't say it until you know exactly how you want it to sound. Meanwhile, fun and everybody partying here in the Finish Corral at this edition of the USCSA National Championships. Always great to see everybody out. About 25 degrees, but beautiful blue skies. Just a few clouds in the air. It's a gorgeous day here in Lake Placid. Now a large polar bear has made his way into the Alpine Arena.
Oh.
And you can pet the polar bear. They have him on a leash, and he's friendly. I think he's a polar bear. No, he's not a polar bear. What's his name? Rubik's Cube? Loot Loop? His name is Scooby-Doo. Look at him. That polar bear is named Scooby-Doo, and he is available for petting.
See, we get it on the broadcast.
Alexandra Cragen now. She is awaiting her second run from Northeastern University at the start shack. Just taking some time here to smooth this track out. We want every athlete to have an equal opportunity for a good, clean second run. Not to mention that ski racing is dangerous. And so we want the course to be as flat and as bumpless as possible, because when you're going 60 miles an hour on a pair of skis, hitting a large divot or rut in the snow is not fun. It reminds me, if you remember, back in the USCSA National Championship about 5 years ago, from the College of Idaho, a great athlete named Zach Schenk. Schenk was coming down in the giant slalom. It was a warm day here in Lake Placid, and most of the finish corral had turned to slush. I mean, it was one of those 55, 60-degree days. And the finish line had gotten a rut in the finish line, like right on the blue stripe. So Schenk is flying down the mountain. He is coming down full speed. He gets to the finish line, and his ski tips literally bury inside the rut that had developed across the finish line. He double ejected out of the skis, and all we see is this small body in a College of Idaho speed chute flying through the air. And literally, he flew about 100 or 150 feet in the air and did 2 or 3 flips before he actually hit the ground. And when he hit the ground, it was a big puddle of wet snow. And well, I've never seen anything like it. Of course, it made all the highlight reels and is certainly Boss Hogg's favorite USCSA finish moment, no doubt about it.
And what mattered most, the time counted.
It sure did. He made
The time counted.
He made it across the stripe. That's exactly right.
Hit all the gates and cross the line. That's all that matters.
I hope Zach Schenk is watching this broadcast here today somewhere on the World Wide Web, because we loved that moment in time. Ron Bonneau and I talk about that often. It was a great moment here. Anyways, let's go over our top 5 here for the ladies' competition. What a day it has been. In 5th place, it looks like, these are unofficial results, but it looks like Lena Sonley is going to take the 5th position from Castleton University. In 4th, Sierra Nevada 16 Picard. Honor Clissold from Sierra Nevada in the 3rd slot. She'll make her podium for the first time. Michelle Marat in an incredible effort here in her final giant slalom race for Sierra Nevada University. She'll finish in 2nd place, but don't count her out. You know she'll be back Thursday for the slalom. But certainly the day belongs to the new person from Rocky Mountain College in her inaugural USCSA National Championship. Hilda Sato is the winner. She is the one that is going to take home the glory. And tonight at 4:30 in the awards pavilion in downtown Lake Placid on Mirror Lake Beach, we will hand out the hardware, and Hilda Sato will sit high atop the podium as your 2022 GS National Champion.
And another one of those, Jerry Wolf did it again. Kid that we've not seen come into the national championships, goes out there, rules the West all season, and now comes in and is going to leave with the title of national champion and an official target on her back for not just the rest of the week, but all next season.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Boy, how many years are we going to see Sato here? I mean, you come out of the gun like that. I mean, there's no place to go except just the continued dominance here, and it's something we can always look forward to. But here's what happens, and I'll tell you, this happens at Sierra Nevada and Rocky Mountain quite a bit. They will have a national champion come in, and then the next year they recruit another athlete that takes over and becomes the new national, or pushes her to the next level, and that's what's so impressive about these two programs.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we saw it with Michelle Marat in 2019 in Jackson. She was the relative unknown Stone, the rookie, came in, won 2 national championships, and yeah, she has stayed on the podium and kept up ever since then. Now we've got Hilda Sato. Keep your eye on Honor Clissold. I think that's going to be a name to think about for a while.
I think you're right. Meanwhile, back to live racing action here. Down the head wall comes Alexandra Cregan from Northeastern University. She was wearing bib number 36, 64th fastest after the morning session. She'll be followed by Hannah Glazer from the University of Idaho. But here is Alexandra Cregan, and she is safely across the stripe in 237.59. And a great 2-run combo for Northeastern University's Alexandra Cregan. University of Idaho's Hannah Glazer now. Glazer in the center section now, making her way through the transition, and over the top into Draper's Drop comes Glazer.
Boss, you know when you can read how someone writes something out, you just know they're intelligent? Listen to this quote. What's next for you? I hope to graduate with my bachelor's in agricultural science, communications, and leadership. I aspire to close the gap between the farmer and the consumer.
Wow. I'll tell you, man, these are smarty pants in ski racing. That's how it is.
Yep.
And great run for Hannah Glazer from the University of Idaho. 239.63. That's 61st fastest for the ladies in Hannah's first USCSA Nationals appearance. Caroline Burns from Lafayette College now on course. She'll be followed by Lexi Jorgensen. Meanwhile, a wild ride here down the head wall for Caroline Burns. Let's see as she makes her way through the final 4 gates. A little rut there on that blue gate, 3 gates from the stripe, but not too much to scare her away. And Caroline Burns with a successful 2-run combo, 237.65 for bib number 37. That's Caroline Burns from Lafayette College.
Caroline, not a stranger to national championship competition, competing in her 2nd national championship today.
Meanwhile, here's Lexi Jorgensen from St. Olaf. St. Olaf with the Alpine appearance now. I'll tell you, if they turn out anything like the Nordic program has turned out, Katie bar the door for St. Olaf, because they have got the Nordic program down to a science, and it's just a matter of time, before they dial the Alpine program in as well. And a successful 2-run combo for St. Olaf's Lexi Jorgensen, wearing bib number 107. That's a 235.39 for Lexi. Lexi waves back to all her friends in that cold Minnesota place. Piper Gardner from the University of Minnesota Twin Cities now. She'll be the next to run.
Home mountain is Afton Alps. Would love to live in Park City, Utah. And if she was a celebrity on TikTok, she would be known for accents.
She knows the accents.
She knows the accents. Construction management major coached by Shannon O'Connor. University of Minnesota Twin Cities.
Piper Gardner now on course. She'll be followed by Amelia Stocking from Colorado State University. Rachel Meyer, Elsie Childress, Hannah Janzig, Tate Gordon, and Taylor Ash, your next 5. Gardner was 68th fastest in the first run with a 1:16.44. She'll be coming over the head wall here momentarily as Amelia Stocking from Colorado State University. She has just dropped in. You're watching the second run for the women's giant slalom here at the USCSA National Championships. Glad you're tuned in to www.uscsa.com. We'll be broadcasting to you from all 3 venues all week long. So if you're here in the venue, make sure you let Mom and Dad or Nana and Papa know about it. That's who we do it for. The folks that can't make it to the ski mountain, we know it takes a village to raise a ski racer, and we want to make sure that you have the opportunity to be a part of these special days for these special kids. Great second run for Piper Gardner. 2:38 flat, 63rd fastest for the ladies here in the GS from Minnesota Twin Cities. It is Piper Gardner. Amelia Stocking now from Colorado State University, making her way through the center section into the lower third. Here comes Amelia Stocking.
Amelia wants to live in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, something you can relate with.
So does Boss Hog. That is where I want to be.
hometown is Everett, Washington, loves to ski at Stevens Pass. This is her first national championship.
There's nothing wrong with Everett, Washington. I got to tell you, it's beautiful up there. You know, the Cascades are gorgeous, and you got Baker Mountain up there, and it's just a gorgeous part of the Pacific Northwest. Nice to see Rachel Meyer, check that, Amelia Stocking from Colorado State University. Safely into the crowd with a 241.86. Rachel Meyer from Nevada Reno now on course. She'll be followed by Elsie Childress. Elsie, my favorite Nevada Reno racer. I actually went on a date with her mother's sister.
What?
I did. Just one. I don't think that she hated me. And I didn't do anything wrong. It was the one date I didn't screw it up, right? Like, I didn't do anything wrong. Like, nothing that I could be held, like, oh, what'd you do that for? I was very nice. I was a gentleman. That's Rachel Meyer from Nevada Reno. But I did. I took her. I did. I took her sister, Elsie's mom. So here comes Elsie Childress now through the center section. She's on our screen now. She's wearing bib number 41. Skiing for Nevada Reno. She set up a Learn to Ski program at Nevada Reno, which is very, very successful. And by the way, folks, that's how we get new ski racing fanatics, is people learn to ski. And then all of a sudden, once you learn to ski, it's like, oh, I got to do this. I got to do it every day.
All right. What famous person would Elsie invite to dinner? Boss Hogg, so he can tell me stories about his high school swim team.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So I'll tell him to her at dinner, but I'll also tell him here over the broadcast because I know her mom and dad are watching right now. And a great second run for Elsie Childress. But no, I did. I dated her mother's sister, not her mother. Her mother would not have a date with me. I knew that. But her sister was silly enough to have a date with me. And so we went on a date. I can't remember where we went or what we did, but I know it was fun. We did not make out. There was no making out or anything like that. It was a very innocent, a platonic date. And but no, I have a history with that whole family, so we won't talk any more about it. Hannah Janzig from the University of Minnesota Twin Cities, 2:37.94 is the combined time for Hannah Janzig. And she'll be followed by Tate Gordon. That's Lafayette College's Tate Gordon now through the center section. Nice to see Tate Gordon out here from Minnesota Twin Cities as she makes her way through the transition. Now into the final 8 gates. Here comes Tate.
Tate Gordon from Winchester, Massachusetts, loves to ski at Shawnee Peak and Bridgeton, Maine. Coached by C.C. Gordon. Lafayette College's Tate Gordon would love to live in Colorado, would like to meet Elvis. And if she was a TikTok celebrity, she'd be known as the tallest person on the team who's under 5 feet.
Yes. From Bridgeton, Maine. And there is Tate Gordon giving up to her friends on the World Wide Web. Glad you're watching us here at USCSA.com. Boss Hogg and Elin Olive on the call from the broadcast center here at the bottom of Draper's Drop. This is where it all happened in 1980. This was the year Ingemar Stenmark won the gold medal. Andy Rangan won the silver medal that year. A big day for Andy. No, I don't think he won the silver medal that day, but I'll tell you who's going to win a silver medal one day is Taylor Ash. She had a good run there from Hobart William Smith College, wearing bib 99. I do miss the speed suits, though. I mean, you have to.
Yeah. No,
that brown. Don't you remember the brown?
Oh, yeah. They were iconic.
And then it had green in it and some purple. There was some purple in it, too. It was like that they took old speed suits and cut them into pieces and sewed them together like patch pants. Like, that's what it looked like.
You know what it reminded me of? You remember the Disney animated Hunchback of Notre Dame?
Yes.
The Kloppen, the little the
exactly,
performer. Yeah.
Exactly what it was.
That's what it reminded me of.
That's why I look so good in it. Lydia Ringer from Nevada Reno now. She's successfully across the stripe wearing bib number 87. Nevada Reno bringing the heat, man. They are bringing teams. The last 2 or 3 championships has been nothing but good stuff from Nevada Reno.
And they've got a real opportunity to, once that program builds, be one of those Rocky Mountain Colleges, University of Sierra Nevada University type teams.
Totally agree. Certainly has that capacity. Lots of fun ski days out west. Lots of warm weather, sunny skies. It seems like that's where everybody wants to train now. Meanwhile, it's Leah Zmerko from Penn State University out of College Station, PA. Leah Zmerko wearing bib number 111. A combined time of 2:41.81 for Leah. That's a good two-run combo. She'll be back again on Thursday for the slalom. Meanwhile, Casey Kirschenschlager from the University of Minnesota Twin Cities, safely through the center section, now over the hump. And down the wall comes Kirschlager. She'll be followed by Whitney Fitzgerald and Isabella Ukar. Meanwhile, 3 gates to go for Casey Kirschlager from the University of Minnesota in Twin Cities. And a good two-run combo for Casey as she hits the stripe with a combined time of 2:43.78. And it looks like we might have just lost, before Isabel Ukar dropped in, that is Miss Fitzgerald. That's Whitney Fitzgerald that skied out, unfortunately. There on your screen, bid 117 was Kirschlager as she finishes her race. Behind her was Fitzgerald. And Fitzgerald is skied off course. So that's going to be the end of the day for Whitney. That's a tough break for the Cavalier from the University of Virginia. Next up, though, it is the Nittany Lion from Penn State, Isabel Ukar. Ukar was 79th after the first session. We'll see her momentarily as she makes her way into the center section. There she is, Isabel Ukar. A good transition. And now safely across the top of the head wall. 8 gates to go for Ukar.
Corporate innovation entrepreneurship major out of Huntington Beach, California. Loves to ski at Snow Summit and wants to live in Europe.
Don't we all? Everybody would love it. Isabel probably will, though. She'll be one of those kids that actually gets to do it, you know? Like, she'll say, I'm going to do that, and that's what she does. Great two-run combo for Isabel Ukar, the Nittany Lions. Always well represented here at the USCSA National Championships. 2:43.71 is the combined time for bib number 131, Isabel Ukar. Now Casey Meyer from Nevada Reno on course, wearing bib 61. 80th fastest after the morning sesh. She'll make her way through the transition, and down Draper's Drop comes Meyer.
Meyer, one of those unofficial Eagles out of Incline Village, as that is her hometown. Loves to ski at Diamond Peak and would love to live at Zermatt, Switzerland.
Diamond Peak is a great place. That is a fun hill. That's a great hill. I love it. I like the small hills. The small hills are the ones, the big places just don't do it for me anymore. The smaller ones are the best. Meanwhile, Casey Meyer from Nevada Reno, she's successfully across the stripe into the corral, 2:53.22. A good combo, two-run combo for Casey. Rachel Tanner from St. Olaf now. She is on course, wearing bib number 81. She'll be followed by Sarah Hoffman from Whitman College. And then we'll see Anna Walthiner and Kayla Vandercovering, along with Sarah Groden, Maddie McKay, and Catherine DeCicciolo.
Rachel Tanner from St. Olaf College, coached by Douglas Nordmeyer, is a gender studies major out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Highland Hills is where she likes to ski. Second national championship for Meyer. And what's next for her? To be happy.
Happy. Here comes Rachel Tanner. St. Olaf bringing the heat for the ladies Alpine team this year, and bib number 81, no difference, as Rachel Tanner with a 2:44.20 combined time. That's a good two-run combo, and Rachel's first USCSA national championship. There she is, high in the air, come the hands. You know that's the pure joy. Sarah Hoffman now from Whitman College. We have verified that Whitman is in Walla Walla, Washington, I think.
Yeah, I believe that's what
you
we
believe
found
that's
out.
correct,
Yeah.
too. All right. Whitman College's Sarah Hoffman. And behind her, Anna Wallethner, and it looks like Anna has missed a gate, and that's going to be the end of the day for Anna. Meanwhile, here at the finish line, it is Sarah Hoffman from Whitman with a combined time of 2:47.58, so a good two-run combo for Sarah in her first USCSA National Championship. She'll be back here on Thursday for the ladies slalom. And Whitman, I think, having enough, I'm not sure of this, but it appears they may have enough competitors to put a team together for the dual panel slalom coming up here on Saturday. And we'll talk more about that in the broadcast, what fun that is on Saturday.
Man. I love the individual part of that, too. You get a chance. I'm keeping my eye right now on Maggie Beardsley in that individual dual panel slalom. She could have a real shot to be a national champion.
Meanwhile, that is Anna Walth-Eichner from Cal Berkeley, and she hits the stripe in a 250.07 combined time. That is a great two-run combo for Anna in her first USCSA national championship. Here's Kayla Vandekuvering from College of Idaho, skiing for the Yotes. Bib number 70, she was 84th fastest after run 1. And now making her way down the head wall into the final gates comes Kayla Vandekuvering.
Kayla is a biomedical science major out of Portland, Oregon. Loves to ski at Mount Hood. This is her first USCSA national championships.
And a good, strong two-run combo for Vandekuvering. 253.04 is the combined time. United States Military Academy, Sarah Groden wearing bib number 43. She's now on course. We'll see her next. Maddie McKay. She'll be coming down. Then Catherine DeCicciolo along with Abigail Jakunski, Natalie Malmgren, and Sloan Goldberg. Then we'll see Caroline Crowell, Heather Graham, and Macy Marinich, your next 9 out of the box. 100 and, check that, 106. Yep, 106 were our second run field. 138 were our opening run field, and what had to have been the largest Alpine field we have had at USCSA in national championship history. And that's great. It's a great sign. Our sport is growing, our league is growing, and kids really enjoy doing this, and you can tell when the numbers get big like that. Back to live action. It's Sarah Groden now from the United States Military Academy. We can't say enough about the cadets that come out here, and it's Air Force Academy, the Naval Academy, and the United States Military Academy always sending participants here to participate in our national championships. And just think about that. You've got the entire military commitment, which is so hard, those studies, which are so hard, and then to try to hold a varsity sport on top of it is just incredible. So hats off to Sarah Groden and her teammates at the United States Military Academy. Glad they're here with us today for this national championship.
Worthy to note that they're led by Coach Robert McEntee, so he's done a great job putting that program together. They're here year in and year out.
Across the line, that is Penn State University's Maddie McKay, wearing bib number 118. The Nittany Lion out of College Station with us here in Lake Placid today. And she had a good two-run combo, 251.65 for Maddie McKay. Always great to see the Lions doing well here in the Alpine division. Abigail Jakunski now from Clarkson University in bib number 137. She'll be next, followed by Natalie Malmgren.
Abigail comes to us from Colchester, Vermont. Hopefully I said that correctly. Loves to ski at Cochran's ski area. This is her first national championship. And if she could live anywhere, it would be back home at Colchester, Vermont.
Wow, it's so true. How about Cochrane Ski Mountain? It just goes to show you that 400 vertical feet can create Olympic greatness. It's just amazing, as Ryan Cochrane Siegel showed us all what a little ski hill right outside of Burlington, Vermont can do. And it's just down the street here. It's not, you can get there in an hour and a half from here.
We flew in there.
We did.
Flew in there.
And I have actually called a race at that little ski hill and met Mom and the whole crew over there. And it's incredible. I love it, and it is what ski racing is all about. So congratulations to Maddie McKay. Here's Abigail Jakunski from Clarkson University. Abby with a first run and second run combo, 256.90. Great to see Abby in her first USCSA national championship. Natalie Malmgren from Penn State now on course. Here she is making her way across the head wall. She's come down Draper's Drop with about, 8 gates to go for Malmgren. Then Sloan Goldberg from Columbia University. She is on course, and she'll be followed by Caroline Crowell, also from Columbia.
Malgrim is a math major, so part of me wants to give her two runs and her tell us the combined time of them. But we'll be nice anyways.
Good finish for Natalie Malmgren. And it looks like we lost after Malmgren. That was Sloan Goldberg from Columbia, and Sloan has skied out. So a tough break for Columbia University Sloan Goldberg, wearing bib number 91. And she will be a DNF here for this ladies giant slalom. Caroline Crowell now from Columbia, also on course, wearing bib number 49. She'll be followed by Heather Graham from the United States Military Academy. Then we'll see Macy Marinich, also from the Military Academy. Then Cal Berkeley's Sabina Brink, Billy Forrester out of Columbia, and Colorado State's Casey Johnson, your next five to come down.
Natalie Malmgren's second time, by the way, was 1:33.73, giving her a total of 3 minutes .03.
It turned into a beautiful afternoon here in gorgeous Wilmington, New York, the home of Whiteface Mountain, right outside of Lake Placid, the home of the 1932 and 1980 Olympic Games. A very famous place indeed. They have renamed it the Andrew Weibrecht Finish Arena. Andrew, of course, a local Lake Placid hero, silver medalist in the Olympic Games in Torino. On also, was it Torino or I might have that mixed up.
Vancouver.
It might have been Vancouver. And I know he skied. I feel like I don't know. I think it was Vancouver. In fact, it was Vancouver. It had to have been Vancouver. Anyways, they've named the finish arena after him, so he did something good. I know that. Natalie Malmgren, Penn State, 3:00:03. She's safely in. Here comes Caroline Crowell now from Columbia University. 2:59.19 is the combined time for Caroline Crowell.
Caroline said she would like to sit down for dinner with the president of Patagonia and says, Patagucci, if you're hearing this, please sponsor me.
Wow. They sponsor us.
Hey, you know what?
That's how it works.
Huh?
Heather Graham from the Military Academy, wearing bib number 8 now. And Heather just hanging on as she makes her way down this Draper's Drop. It's scary. I don't want to ski it. I don't want to come down that on the fall line. Forget it. No problem here for Heather Graham, though. And Graham successfully into the finish corral with a 3:05:02 and a good two-run combo. So Heather Graham, 85th fastest here in the ladies division. She'll be back on Thursday for the slalom. Meanwhile, Macy Marinich, also from the Military Academy. She's made her way through the center section, now in the transition, and over the wall comes Macy Marinich.
Some quick research on Andrew Weibrecht. You're absolutely right. He got a bronze in the Super G in Vancouver in 2010, but also a silver in the Super G in Sochi in 2014.
It was not Torino. It was Vancouver and Sochi, wasn't it? Yeah, that's right. A bronze in Vancouver and a silver in Sochi. See, there you go.
Awesome performance.
What, did you check your Google for that?
I did check my Google for that, yeah.
Congratulations to Macy Marinich, however, from the United States Military Academy. She has successfully completed her two-run combo in 3:07.11. Now it's Sabina Brink from Cal Berkeley. Sabrina onto the head wall now. 6 gates to go for Brink. She'll be followed by Billy Forrester from Columbia and Casey Johnston. Then Karen Kimball, Naomi Harris, and Scarlett Schroeder. And into the finish corral, that is Sabrina Brink. And Sabina from Cal Berkeley with a combined time of 3:03.74. Great to see Cal Berkeley. I mean, any California team with an Alpine program.
Oh, yeah.
I just love it. It's fantastic. We see kids that come up here with the snowboard program and free ski program from Southern California, San Diego, and all the Long Beach and all these places. And you're like, wow, where do you go ski? Where do you go ride? And well, there you go, Mammoth Mountain. They all go to the Sierra Nevadas, and that's where they get it in, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Think about how tough that is, though. I mean, if you go to college in L.A., and then you got 3 hours to your nearest ski mountain, it's tough.
Yeah.
It's not easy to be a ski racer when you don't live close to a ski mountain. And somehow they figure it out. Billy Forrester sure has. From Columbia University, a combined time of 3:12.73. So a good 2-run combo for Billy Forrester, wearing bib number 95. Casey Johnston now from Colorado State University in bib 72. She was 96 fastest after the morning session.
First time a national championship participant. Her what's next dream, join the Peace Corps. Reality, graduate with a bachelor's in environmental engineering from CSU and continue to work in engineering consulting in Colorado.
She will have no problems. Engineering consulting. That sounds fantastic.
That sounds amazing.
Michael Strahan got to go to space, right?
I heard about that, yeah.
I don't know when they're going to invite Boss Hogg on that space trip, but it should be soon. I know that. I'm ready to go. If you're listening, Jeff.
Boss is ready.
I'm ready. If William Shatner can do it, Boss Hogg can do it. There's no doubt about it. Musk won't let any, Tom, Dick, or Harry get on the thing, but Jeff will. And that Branson guy, he'll probably let it happen too. Meanwhile, a good run here from Casey Johnston. Casey successfully in the finish corral with a combined time of 3:14.51. Now through the transition and over the head wall into Draper's Drop, it is Karen Kimball. Karen skiing for the UMass. That is the zoo in Amherst. Boss Hogg visiting the zoo when he was a young child. Not for the right reasons. For all the wrong reasons. For all the wrong reasons. That's why I didn't go to UMass. I went to UMass. I just went in high school instead of college. It's the truth. How old are you? Oh, I'm 21. Good job for Karen Kimball from the zoo. 3:07.43 combined time. Naomi Harris now on course from the University of Virginia. Great to see the Cavaliers represented here in Ladies Alpine today.
Naomi says that if she were TikTok famous, she would be known for making many smoothie recipes that she would share, and her extensive smoothie making ability.
That's Naomi Harris?
That's Naomi Harris.
Naomi Harris is like the Jamba Juice queen? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Naomi Harris knows how to make smoothies. So Jamba Juice is my favorite thing. Naomi must promise Boss Hogg that she will make him a delicious Jamba Juice smoothie. She's waving yes. She's going to do it. She is going to do it. Yes, I just saw that. So, ladies, you remember that. Let's write it down.
This way.
Well, let's write it down. Naomi
Harris
from the Cavalier from the University of Virginia has agreed to make Boss Hogg a very special Jamba Juice, and she's going to bring it to me at some point during the award ceremony. Now, if she does that, I'm going to give her a free pair of ski goggles, all right?
Dang.
If she brings me Jamba Juice, then I'm going to give
She's nodding while walking
She's coming up here right now. She's going to make the deal. She's going to get it in writing, and she knows that she's getting the goggles. They're like a $150 pair of goggles. If she brings me something that even resembles a Jamba Juice, all right?
Okay.
Because I love it. I do love it. Back to live action. Scarlett Schroeder, Cal Berkeley's finest, wearing bib number 104. Here she comes down the head wall. 8 gates to go for Schroeder. She'll be followed by Nevada Lee from TCC, and then it's Emma Beaver from Whitman in the start shack awaiting her second run.
Scarlett would love to live in New Zealand since you can both ski and surf in the same day.
Yes.
Also a ton of fun, adventurous hiking locations that she would want to see.
Yes. You can do that in a couple of other places. Park City is one of the places you can do that. Mm-hmm. I have played golf in the same day that I have skied. Now, I would like to be able to be at a place where I could go to a beach in the same day that I ski.
That's
I just don't
where
think,
New Zealand
that's
might
what
come
happens.
into.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I don't know if the Great Salt Lake counts as a beach.
No, I'm not going in that. You can't. You will die. Your skin will fall off. You get in that thing. That's why there's no fish in it.
Yeah. Yep.
Elon, you can't live in that.
No.
What is that thing? It's just a cesspool, isn't it? A salty cesspool.
I honestly have never been.
You know what it is, though? It's why there is champagne powder in the Wasatch.
Yes, there is.
That's where it comes from. Nevada Lee from TCC, wearing bib 126. That's a good two-run combo for Nevada, 3:31.05. Emma Beaver now from Whitman on course. She'll be followed by Tess Boiler and Teresa McCallum in the box awaiting her second run.
So Emma and Scarlett can have a party in New Zealand, as that's where they would both like to live. And anyways, Emma comes from Helena, Montana, loves to ski at Bridger Bowl, first national championship appearance.
Helena, Montana, home of the Unabomber. Well, it really wasn't the home. It was just where he kind of was hanging out, right? You don't even know about that.
No, I remember something about that. And I just don't pay attention to stuff like that half the time.
It's late in the day, 134 racers later. We are talking about the Unabomber here from the Broadcast Center. No, I'm going to tell you what, we're about to have some good fun here because this afternoon at 4:30, it looks like we've got a racer down here on the drop. That's Emma Beaver from Whitman. And it looks like she's okay. She lost a ski. She's going to be all right. But that is the end of the day for Emma Beaver. Tough break for her. Now it looks like Tess Boiler on course from Lafayette University. Now Tess carefully navigating that transition. No problems. And now she sees the finish line. She can spot the line. Now she's going to crank this speed up as she's 6 gates to go here. Oh, she got in the back seat, and now a wild slide down Draper's Drop. You do not get in the back seat. There is no recovery from the back seat on Draper's Drop, no doubt. And you saw it happen. The skis just got out from underneath her, and she can't steer, and when you can't steer, that's the end of the day. Tough break for Tess Boiler. Now Teresa McCallum. McCallum is on course, just getting started out of the start shack. She'll be followed by Ella Thunen and Eliza Woodfin. And then Nevaeh Brady will be our final racer here in run number 2. So,
as we're wrapping up here, check out the skier cross coverage. That's just getting started. I'm looking over to my left as they're in the starting blocks.
Men's skier cross today. Lots of crossover athletes, by the way. We have quite a few of our Alpine racers that race here tomorrow. Of course, we'll have the men's giant slalom starting at 9:30 tomorrow morning for run number 1. And they cross over. They ski the skier cross as well. So we've got, and it's great to watch these kids have that much fun. They're ski racers by trade, but then they have an opportunity to participate in the skier cross competition. That is going on right now. You can check that out live at USCSA.com. The Beeve, Mark Oliver on the call. And, boy, if you want an entertaining program, you just tune into the Beeve for 2 hours and you won't forget it. Of course, later on this afternoon, the Rail Jam fires up at 3:30 Eastern Time. That's 12:30 Pacific. And here comes Teresa McCallum down Draper's Drop. 3 gates to go for McCallum from the College of Idaho. And she will successfully complete her 2-run combo and a finishing time of 3:58.49 for Teresa McCallum, the yoke from Caldwell, in her first USCSA National Championship.
You know, boss, it's worthy to note that for some of these kids, this is the most skiing that they've done in a single year in their lives. So to be able to come to a national championship, to conquer a national championship course, and to put together 2 finishing times is a huge accomplishment.
Totally. Yeah, you got to be proud of that effort, no doubt about it. Ella Thunen now from TCC, wearing bib number 132. Eliza Woodfin right behind her. But here in the transition and over the head wall comes Ella Thunen. Thunen gingerly approaching the head wall.
Thunen comes to us from Mercer Island, loves to ski at Snoqualmie Pass. This is her first national championship from the Claremont Colleges.
Very wide and out of the track, but is able to recover here. I'll tell you what, Ella Thunen's going to get a finish here. 2-run combo with 3 gates to go for Ella. And Ella now driving to the finish line in a great
Love the
two-run
touch.
combination for Ella Thunen from TCC. That is a great effort. 4:09.75, but man, it is the effort that counts right there. And her teammates are going to love to celebrate with Ella tonight on a job well done here in the ladies GS. Eliza Woodfin now from University of Virginia, the Cavalier. She is now halfway down the drop. 4 gates to go for Woodfin. And Nev Brady, our final racer here in run number 2, she is set to drop out of the box. Here across the line, it is Eliza Woodfin. And Eliza from the University of Virginia in Charlottesville. The Dirty South represented well here in Alpine ski racing. I always love it. Boss Hog, a big fan of the Southern schools, especially in snow sports. Of course, everybody knows who the best football team in college football is right now, don't they? Yes. Go Dogs. There she is. Eliza Woodfin wearing bib number 79. And our final racer of the day from the University of Nevada at Reno, it is Nev Brady. And Nev is wearing bib number 105.
Nevaeh is a civil engineering major out of Reno, Nevada. Home mountain is Borel. First national championship for her. She would love to live somewhere she can ski in the winter but still have a warm summer similar to Reno. And she would invite Jim Carrey to dinner. She would think that would be rather entertaining. I'd have to agree with her there. And if she was a TikTok celebrity, she would be known for playing Mario Kart and other racing games. Right now, though.
Let's see if we can see her come into our view shot here. It's our mid-mountain cam. That's the center section.
When asked what's next for her, she says, I'm going to work to become a stronger competitor during my time in college. So this is her first national championship, but I got the feeling it will not be her last.
No problem through the top half here. Into the final sections now. The lower third comes Nev Brady. Now Nev at the top of the head wall. This is going to be the big two-turn combo right here because this is where it gets steep. Nev Brady. Now let's see if she can manage these 2 gates. No problem for Nev. Totally under control here. Brady is going to make it down this mountain. I already know it. I will not eat my words. And Nev Brady with 4 gates to go here as our final racer for this ladies 2022 USCSA Giant Slalom National Championship. Let's cheer her on as our final racer of the day comes across the finish line. Here is Nev Brady from the University of Nevada at Reno, concluding our competition for the ladies today. What a great day it has been. I mean, to tell you what, we saw some fast ski racing from the girls here this afternoon. And let's run down our top 10. Unofficial results, of course, but I'll tell you, they're almost going to be official. Finishing in 10th place from Babson College, that's Lauren Adbo. Finishing in 9th from Rocky Mountain, Sophia Brustia. In 8th, it's Sierra Nevada's Tia Nurmanen. In 7th, Margaret Beardsley from Brown University. In 6th, it's Rocky Mountain's Brigitte Varney. Rounding out your top 5 from Castleton. In 5th, Lena Sonley. Then Sierra Nevada, the trifecta. In 4th, 16 Picard. In 3rd, Honor Kleesold. And in 2nd, Michelle Marat. And your 2022 USCSA Women's Giant Slalom National Champion from Rocky Mountain College with the fastest first run time, the fastest second run time, and clearly the fastest combined time in her first appearance in the USCSA National Championships. The day belongs to Rocky Mountain College's Hilda Sato, your 2022 national champion in the women's GS. What do you think about that? What a first day of ski racing back again here at Championships.
It is lovely to be back at USCSA National Championships, to have this event back and to see not just the winning performances on the podium, but the winning performances for personal best. Like I mentioned earlier, plenty of kids This is maybe the steepest, toughest course they've ever skied on, and to put together finishing times, that is a win in and of itself.
That is going to do it here from Whiteface Mountain in beautiful Wilmington, New York, right outside of Lake Placid, the home of this year's 2022 USCSA National Championships. Don't forget, today at 4:30, we'll give the hardware out at our awards ceremony. That will begin at 4:30 this afternoon inside the Mirror Lake Beach Awards Arena. So if you're anywhere near us, please come and see us. Come and celebrate these victories for these great champions. It's all the events today, not just alpine ski racing, but all of the snowboard free ski competition and all of the Nordic competition. We'll give out the prizes tonight, 4:30 at the Mirror Lake Beach Awards Pavilion in downtown Lake Placid. That's going to do it for us today. On behalf of all of us here at the USCSA broadcast team, my high cameraman, Matt Iverson, my low cameraman, that's Tim Devlin downstairs, Matty Wallace on the board, and my broadcast partner, Elon Olive. This is Boss Hog saying so long, everybody.